Yes, fellas. Welcome to Bala Sport. Got my brother John with me, man. My
What's
partner in
going on? What's
crime.
going on, man? How
Welcome
we
back.
doing?
What's going on?
Not much, man. Out here living the dream. Feeling blessed, man. How you doing?
Bless, bro. You say the best, man. As always, man. Pleasure again. Pleasure again to see you.
Always,
Since
man.
what?
Always.
The last Chelsea Flamengo games when I saw you, bro. Yo.
Bro, that game was great, man. The atmosphere in that game was incredible, and we were the away team. It was obvious. You know what I'm saying? Like even when in the stands, walking in, even when I was walking in, like there was a big group of like Flamengo fans. They were letting me have it. Like straight up, they were letting me have it. You know what I'm saying? Singing. I just look over, smile, wave, kept it moving. And like
Right.
even at the gate, the atmosphere was incredible, bro. Like they had the drums going, flares were flying. I mean, it was they brought a good spirit to the game, man. They really did, man. And like that's the kind of stuff that we can expect for the World Cup, bro. All these teams, all these world coming here, all celebrating. Like, oh man, it's gonna be incredible. Like you was talking, like you was saying, this is not is this is the world sport, man. The world's gonna come to the here to the U.S. and Canada and Mexico for the World Cup, and it's gonna be
Yo,
unbelievable, man. But
that's
those
a
Brazilians,
those are the real passionate fans. Like,
hmm
one thing I noticed is when I, like you said, just walk into the stadium, I'm like, yo, why there's so much red and black?
yeah,
Even before I even went to the parking lot, because I had to get it. I got there like a little bit later than you did. You know what I'm saying?
right, right,
Because
right.
just driving, I'm like, yo, I'm looking for parking lot M, but then I'm looking at all Flamingo fans because I know that's where you say you park at.
Yep,
I'm like,
yep.
nah, bro, I gotta make a right here. I make a right. All I see was red and black. I'm like, yo,
Yeah, everywhere, bro.
Chelsea's
Everywhere.
a away game in the United States. I know this South Americans and other Americans, you know what I'm saying, is right there. But
hmm
bro, that experience, like you say, man, talk to me about the experience, man. Cause dude, this shit's
You
crazy.
got because that session you got lucky. You was surrounded mostly by Chelsea fans, man. I was in the sea of red and black, bro. Like, and to experience that as an away fan, bro, like it was incredible, man. I'm not gonna lie. They were singing and screaming, fucking. They were going nuts, man. And then once Neto scored, I'm not gonna lie, being the Chelsea fan that I am, hardcore that I am, I started talking, running my mouth. Yeah, I don't hear nothing now, blah blah. And then they score, and it went crazy. I'm not gonna lie, bro. That pop when they score, me being surrounded by them, yo, I ain't never experienced anything like that. Like that
Bro,
was so fucking loud, man. Like I'm going looking around and I'm like, oh man, I was like, fuck. And then now they're all looking at me because they scored. So what Chelsea have to do now? Bye, Chelsea. Go home. Go. It was so much fun though,
yo,
man. I'm not even gonna
bro,
lie.
I
I
don't know.
really
I don't
was.
know. I think they're speaking Portuguese, man. Dude,
Yeah, they
the
was
words
Portuguese.
that was coming out, that
Oh,
that no, and at some point, like, all right, me walking to the stadium and all, I had my boys with me. So, what I mean? I think that
uh-huh.
was a little bit nice to me because, they got to see a 3 years old kid on top of my shoulder, what I mean? Whatever call, I think there was a little bit, I'm not going to be like, it wasn't like when I took my younger, I mean, my older son back then to Buffalo Bill game where they was giving me shit. I mean? It was
Oh
totally
yeah,
different, a little bit.
yeah, they ruthless.
But dude, man, like I never thought that I would go to a Chelsea game and see so much opposite team. Like,
Yeah, man.
of team fans. That shit was crazy. The experience was freaking ridiculous, bro.
Dude, you remember right after the game? Remember how we were trying to like meet up? And we were like separated. The crowd was so huge that humongous sea of red and black that was there, dude, just banging drum. I was like, oh man, I was like, we gonna be here a while.
Yo, now I know. Like, of course, like we play sport. Like we never really pay attention so much about the away game. I mean, like when we play away with the with our away fans, because we never really had to play with that loud noise.
Right,
But now I know,
exactly.
like it's like, yo,
Now I
now
know what it
like.
feels
Now you know how I feel like these players
like.
go through, bro. Because that stadium, it was 50,000, about 54,000, 50,000
Yes,
plus, whatever it was. I
yes.
think that about 50,000 of those fans were Flamingo fans.
I will. Yeah, I will definitely agree with that number.
Chelsea probably
Definitely, man.
400 or so, you know what I'm saying? But dude,
The
just
sea of red and black.
crazy.
Yep. They were everywhere, bro. We were definitely a minority there. I'm not gonna lie, man. I think giving me that away experience was kind of good, man. Because most of the times that I've been to the last couple of times, Chelsea has always been like the home team, so
Right.
everybody's in to see them. So to be in the other side of the shoe, man, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of enjoyed it, man, just to be able to get that kind of feeling from the other side, man.
Like you mentioned earlier, especially after the game when we try to meet up and stuff like that, the drums, me and my boys end up right in the middle of hundreds and hundreds of Flamengo fans with the drums
Yeah,
beating,
I did saw the
singing and
video
dancing.
that you posted live with them. I
Right.
saw them. I'm like, yo, he's surrounded by them.
Dude, and then you got a guys coming at me like just video chatting. I mean, with a video, I guess they were going live too. My bad, they was going live. They just coming around me saying, "You lost." They going off, blah blah blah. They're singing the song. I'm like, only thing I could say at that moment was like, "Congratulations on the video." I'm like, boy, what
That's it.
dude?
What else? At that point, oh man, they were definitely letting me have it, man.
One of the things that made me forget about the loss, I know we haven't spoke about the game yet. One of the things that make me really forget about my loss is to see how my little man was enjoying that drums
Yeah,
and everything else that was going around. I'm like, yeah, I'm looking at my boy like he doesn't know he's 3 4 years old. Maybe he's 3 going on 4, excuse me, September before. I'm looking at him, he just dancing, laughing. I'm like,
yeah,
I'm like,
man.
this
The
guy,
power of football,
he
man.
doesn't even know what's going on, man. Daddy team just lost, bro. What the fuck you celebrating? But
Okay, he
but at the end
celebrated.
of the day, man, so I pick him up, holding him. So he's doing the same thing that they're doing. And there's 3 gentlemen come up to me. He says, man, you look like from Africa. Why are you celebrating? Why are you supporting Chelsea? I mean, I'm Brazilian, so I support Flamengo. So I look at him, I say, why not? Why not? Why not Chelsea? Why
I'm
not
Puerto
Chelsea?
Rican. I'm
Right.
Puerto Rican.
You
We
know
don't
what I'm
even
saying?
have like football down there like that. Why am I
Right.
supporting? There's that team from London. You know what I mean? So it's
Right.
like,
But
man,
this is what he said after. He said, you know what? Good answer, man. That was a good game. Then he walk away. I'm like,
yeah. And
but
you see them. A couple of them like came up to us and they were like, "What happened?" Well, they were super friendly. They were shaking our hand. They took pictures with us and everything. So I'm like, it was. They were good fans, man. They were good sports, man. They really were. Even though they like what happened and everything, they were good sports, man. And their experience, the whole entire experience was amazing.
right. I really enjoy the celebration. I really enjoy how passionate it was about the team. I really enjoy everything about the dance, the drums,
Mm-hmm.
the what I call it, because you don't see that type of. I'm not gonna say you don't see
Passion.
it in American sports, but this is
No,
just natural because it's different.
it's
This is all they
different.
got, man. This is Brazil, man. This is like, bro, like growing up, Brazil and Nigeria is players the reason I fell in love with the game of soccer.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? When I go back, like, I always want to be the Robert Carlos, the Cafus, because I always been a defender. So, you know what I'm saying? And then, like, I want to be able to have fun and laugh and smile like Ronaldinho. And I
Right.
also want to stay proud and remember Africa like JJ Okocha, the Canucks. Just to watch the Brazil, be around, surrounded around Brazilian fans, man. It's like, had to soak that in. You have to soak that in. You're like, yo,
Yeah,
this is
man.
really going to happen. Like you mentioned,
Yeah.
bro, the World Cup next year,
Whew.
bro.
Whew. It's gonna be big, man. I wonder where Brazil's gonna play their first home game. Like their first game, where they're gonna be in one of the stadiums in the U.S. Or is it gonna be like Canada or Mexico? Because that's gonna be a big game. If they're gonna come as hard like that for that team, imagine what they're gonna do for their national team.
That's
So
crazy.
it was.
That's
Whew.
crazy, man. That experience was. I've been to a lot of Chelsea games, but this one was total literal.
Yeah,
He was different. Like you said,
it
man. Like
was,
he was
man.
different.
It was very different. I wasn't used to that kind of hostility like that, man. But it was. It was very enjoyable, man. It really was to watch them and see the passion they have for their team. I mean, they did
Right.
not stop singing. They did not stop rocking, bro. They just kept jumping and singing, switching back and forth between anthem, the flag, and then they had the damn flares going everywhere. I can't even breathe for
Right.
a second. Getting beers thrown at you and everything, man. I'm like, these guys are just having a hell of a time, bro. And I
And
was there for the whole.
it was so hot, but they didn't give a fuck. Dude, it was 90 plus degrees, man. They just still continue going. I'm
Mhm.
looking down like my kids. I gotta walk away, go get some water, come back, and the same people, man. But there was two. There was a guy. I think he was there with his kids right behind us. To
Uh-huh.
see the way the kids. So I'm talking. They must be around 10 or 11 years old, bro. The way they were so passionate. I'm looking like, yo,
Yeah.
this is not about the dad, man. This is a pure emotion. Excuse me. This is a pure emotion, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, dude, man. I love football, man. I love soccer, bro. This
Yeah,
this
man.
this is
It's great, man. I definitely enjoy it a lot, man. I've been enjoying the hell out of it, man. And that experience is gonna. I mean, the only thing I will say they can only top that is like maybe World Cup next year. But so far, man, that experience was incredible, man. It really, really was. I'm definitely gonna never gonna forget
right.
that, for sure, man.
I was talking to guys at work, man. I'm like, yo, I've been to a football game in DC, Baltimore, Philly, of course, Buffalo Bills game. Yes, people jump off tables. Yes, what I think of. But man, but dude, I don't think I've ever experienced this shit before.
Nah, I
I
never
never,
experienced.
I never experienced it in sport events, man. I've been to Eagles Parade. Yes, that's because that's on the winning side. People out there. But this guy to see some kids. I remember there's this guy. There's this kids too. I look at. I'm like, how old are you guys? It's like 15, 16. I'm like, I know they're not drunk because most of the time when you see football fans, they gotta be fucked up drunk to have that type of fun.
Oh,
But
that's a
this guy
fact.
was looking like,
No,
yo, we just built Chelsea. I'm like, it's a big deal building Chelsea Football Club.
it was.
I
Yeah, they
like
did.
it's a huge for some of these guys, bro.
Yeah, man, they're trying to prove a point. Most of this, and they're almost of the Brazilian team. They've been doing incredible, man. They've been doing great. They really like trying to tell us something. Like, yo, get ready, man. So I'm
That
like,
shit crazy.
it was crazy, man. It really was.
Oh, and
But
of course, it's a pleasure to experience this with you, bro. Like,
dude, it
dude,
was incredible, man. Absolutely.
dude,
More to come for sure, man. More to come, but it was awesome, man. To see you there and shit. Got the kids. It was
right,
great, man. I was like, yo, here we go, man. Like the beginning was something great, man. This is gonna be amazing. I can't wait for this ride, man. It's gonna be awesome.
man, dude, man. Yeah, I get to admit, but of course, there's the other side of Chelsea. You know what I mean? Where we got the game plan.
That game
Enzo
plan.
Maresca at the press conference coming out talking about he was trying to try some new going into next season of the feature, whatever he says.
Yeah, man.
You
I
know,
was like, does this look like they're trying to try something? Not against that team. You should have done that in the first game or the
right,
third game. Don't do it against the strongest opponent against you. You know what I'm saying? In the group. So I was disappointed with the way we played that game for sure. I mean, yeah, the only positive thing was Neto scoring. Besides that, I mean, I didn't really see anything that I was like, oh my god, the like you said, the tactics were wrong, and even the lineup was wrong. I'm like Gusto, Reeves, like all in the field together, and I'm like, yo, what is going
right.
on? Like I'm like,
Right, you gotta Reece James in the middle when you got all these midfielders.
you know what I'm saying?
All
It's
these
like you got
midfielders,
where's
bro.
I'm like the whole time I'm like, what is Audrey Santos at? Like, why is he not starting? If you're gonna, let him, you're gonna put somebody else different in, then give some one of the new guys the opportunity. Then you know what I'm
Right.
saying? So, but yeah, man, the tactics were off, man, and then obviously, what
The
hurt us the most was
performance.
the performance in that red car, man. That just being, I mean, what, a couple minutes into the game, it's disappointing, man. It's very disappointing because I'm expecting better from you. You did this before, and we
Right.
know that.
Listen to
Come on,
what? Listen what? 6 weeks ago or so
yeah, man.
against Newcastle. Now you're not gonna start the game. Jackson. I you know I
It
know I don't
was,
want to criticize him so much, but man, fuck this guy, bro. I'm sorry. Yo, this guy
yeah, man.
pissed me
It's
off,
like
man.
you're
At this
costing,
point,
like you cost us the game because I could have seen that game going even as far as going as a draw. You know what I'm saying? And we
right,
would have had an 11, you know what I'm saying, to actually compete against them because the only thing that hurt us is we made mistakes because we were shorthanded at the end. So there's nothing we could do. Obviously, Sanchez couldn't even say that freaking bounce that it was like, dude, are you fucking kidding me, man? So
right.
he's another one that is like, to me, it's not up to par, And if you look at the other games, it's like everything that he had done throughout the entire season as well. How many opportunities he cost us points because his not knowing, I don't know, not to how to goalkeep, I guess, man. So, but
At some point we gotta ask ourselves like that. Does this Chelsea team actually know what it means to be a Chelsea player? Because
no.
like you get to face teams like this who see Chelsea, not the players that know the team, the club.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, we coming ahead to beat Chelsea forget about you guys on the field right now, man. This
Yeah,
is Chelsea Football Club. This is a huge deal. To hear
right.
what the fans were saying after we beat Chelsea, we just beat Chelsea. Then I said we beat Jackson. Then I said we beat Palmer. No, we
Yeah.
gotta get to Cole Palmer, man. They was trolling the shit out of
Oh man, he said it was. He said it was too hot. He said it was too hot for Cole Palmer. I'm like,
him.
yo, they were going, they were going in, man. I saw the whole meme with the weather, and
Right.
I'm like, it's too hot for Cole
It's
Palmer.
too hot, man. The ice melt.
That's like he even wore the short sleeve. That's how you know it was hot. You know it was hot. Homeboy had the short sleeves on.
Man,
So
so we gotta question that, man. But the positive overall, though, man, I don't know what's the positive will be in this game, but I gotta give a lot of credit to a player, which like at the beginning I could say I criticized him a little bit. I think that Enzo is gonna be have a wonderful season next season,
mhm.
man. I think he's getting there. He has that because so far, man, like he to me personally, so far he's been the best player for us, especially in this tournament. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's doing his thing. The assists every opportunity he comes in.
Yeah, he
Yeah, yeah. I
scored
mean,
LA
right.
game, you know what I'm saying? Set up by the lap.
He's scoring, he's assisting. I mean, his movement. With the lap in there, and then consider is considered. I mean, of course,
Right.
Cole Palmer hasn't been Cole Palmer that we know, especially I guess in this game. Now we know because the coach was trying to try something new.
Right.
But what do you take of? It's hard to be to ask questions about this game, bro. Like,
I
you know,
mean, it was disappointing, man. It really was. I expected us to battle a lot harder, but the formation it wasn't for us, and then
right,
Jackson's red card really put us against the wall really, really bad. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, man. It was a tough loss. Obviously, the experience was better than the game in the way that we ended up fucking getting beat up because the tactics or this guy wanted to play, trickery.
right,
But it is what it is. He's the manager. I guess he must have known something that we didn't know. But obviously, in the field, it didn't show what he was trying to achieve. I guess. So,
right.
but it is what it is, man. It was a disappointing loss, man. It really was. I was hoping to see a better showing out of us, especially given the fact that we were all the underdogs. So I'm expecting us to go out there and do what we got to do and handle business. But not that way. We can't handle business like that. Getting a red card after just being like 4 or 5 minutes into the game, and it was straight red. He didn't even think about it. The ref
Yo,
didn't even think about it.
and they're like when Jackson the record actually happened like because I was right like in my side of the field, so I
Yeah,
was I was right there. So I'm thinking to myself first of all, like, what the hell are you even doing there, bro? You're a striker. Like, what are you doing over? Why are you ball chasing?
yeah. He's literally like in the middle of the field. He literally was like in the middle of the field.
Right? Bro, don't you know how to play organized ball? Like what's going on here? But overall, bro, man, like you said, man, experience is what matter, man. Tell me more about the experience. I want to know about when Flamingos went up 2-1.
Oh my god, dude, that's when I got there. I got a beer thrown at me and everything. Because I'm the only Chelsea fan. Like I said, man, once we scored, I was talking crap, and it was 1-1, and we kind of looked like we might have had something going. But then, the lab had that nice chances and everything, and we looked like we might have been it. But nah, man. Once they got the second one,
That
man,
place, that place went off, man.
erupted. That place
Dope.
went off, and bam. I'm like, oh man. I turned around. The guy's like, yo, sorry. There's the guys all the way back there. And I'm like, I can't even get mad, man. I'm just like, it's the sport, man. And they were
The
having a
road,
good time, man. I was
right,
surrounded by red and black, bro. No matter where I looked, the only Chelsea person was my other guy that was with us. Besides that, it was all red and black. Or some dudes that just took their shirt off. And it was just straight up skin, but they were all just with their freaking swinging their shirts and their
right.
pompons everywhere. Dudes had their face painted and all that. I was like, dude, that's like 95. You got red and black paint in your face and everything. I'm like, yo, that's devotion right there. So my man's, they love it, man. And that is, yo, man. I was like 2-1. I was like, bye, Chelsea. Bye. Go home. Go home. I'm like, yo. I'm like, okay. I can't. What else can I say? What else can I
Nah,
say? Outside the boys let us down in the field, man. They
they
let us
did,
down,
man.
man,
Start with the head coach. everything, man. The performance was poor. Players, you can't give no start to no player in this game, man. Against
Mhm.
Flamengo, man. You got to give a shot. You got to give a lot of credit, though, man. To see that what's it? Philip Lewis as the head coach in the sideline, ex
Yeah,
Chelsea
Felipe
player.
Luis.
You
Yeah,
know what
man.
I mean? Respect the guy, man. I always got love for that guy, and he said it before the game started, man. He know who we playing against. We
Yeah,
know who they are.
he's done an amazing job down there in
Yeah,
Flamengo. I mean, since he took over,
yeah.
man. They've been winning trophies left and right, man. So we
So
knew. That's what I said. It's like that was the wrong time for him to try to like be experimenting. You know what I mean? I get it
right,
if you want to try new things, but just wait, man. Don't do it. You could have done that against LA or doing it against Tunis.
right.
Don't do it against the stronger team, like in the group. Like I don't know.
When he said that, that actually like got me thinking about what you said in the last episode where you talking about when in the beginning of the Club World Cup when we first did our first recording about the Club World Cup when you say this probably might be like a preseason moving forward to the Premier League because the Premier League is more important and whatnot. I know we already made $28 million just to be here. You know what I'm saying? And
Right,
then now we made what 36.5 just qualified in for the round of 16.
right.
And we are, there's news breaking everywhere saying that we already got the money that we spent for Delap. And of course, I was making fun of Arsenal fans that we spend money to make money. Some people spend money just to do shit with it. But that actually got me thinking about what you said, though, man. This, I'm like, yo, is he really experiencing this for next season, for the following season coming up? Because it is around the corner. August is right there.
Yeah, it's literally
So
right on the corner. Facts.
yeah, so I like, yeah, my boy John call it, bro. This is what it is. Should we just look at this Club World Cup as just a preseason? Then I thought about if we make it to the quarterfinals, if we do make it to the finals, we're looking over $100 million here.
Yeah, that's a
It's a
fact.
big deal, though. I mean, especially with all these PR, FF, all these rules, finance,
Yeah,
rules going on with Chelsea. It's
yeah,
actually a good come up, but at the end of the day, we as a fan, man, we focus on the football part, man.
yeah. That's a fact, man. The money, I understand all the money stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it would be nice to win all that money, man. Absolutely.
It
And
is.
balance out some of the books and be able to
Yep.
pay some of the
Because if
players.
we win it all, that's 112 pounds, which is equal to $153 million wise. It's a lot of money.
That's a lot of freaking money, man. For
It
the
is.
club. You know what I'm saying? For a little summer tournament too.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, I feel like if we get past Benfica, I think we should take it serious.
Right. Before we get to the Benfica, though, this is gonna be a quick take. I'm just gonna ask you about the last game against the kid team from Africa, of course, man. I know this was a smooth ride. I seen the first goal go in. I said, nah, we're gonna win this. So we end up coming up. Of course, we seen the beautiful finish by our number 9, Tosin first, and the Delap and the George with the
Mhm.
3, man. Talk to me about this game, quick, man.
Oh man, that was a good game. You know what I'm saying? I think that would have been a good game to experiment if you want to go that. But besides that, I think it was a good showing. Like you were
Right.
talking about Enzo, that's another example of Enzo right there. Assisting for the tossing goal to get us to open up the score for us. And we knew that we were dominating that game. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Esperanza had to look like they went forward, but nothing to the point where we're like, oh my god, we got to watch out. Like they're really looking threatful. Like we were the dominant team. Uh, like you said, the number 9, man, that was a good turn. Fake left, come back to your right. That was a nice finish. I'm hoping to see that throughout the season.
Yep.
Uh, the George goal, obviously, Odri Santos. It wasn't like a great assist, but for him to still get that coming up and actually get an opportunity to play, I was not. It was he looked a little nervous. I will say he looked a little timid, out there. But I think it's just the football nerves. After being where he was at, coming in, trying to integrate himself into the team, where that position is mostly already been called for. I would say so. He's gonna have to compete for that, which is great. Uh, George, obviously, man, I like him a lot. So he's never scared to shoot. And that was
Right.
obvious. You know what I'm saying? He never scared. So I like that about him as well. But I think overall, I think the tactics were there. I think we did what we had to do to be able to qualify and get us to the next round.
Yeah.
So above all, man, like sometimes I feel like, man, we should have went to that game, man.
Right. That's
You know what I'm saying? We should have went to
right.
that game, man. So it was in the same stadium and everything. It was just a little.
Right.
That's the thing. I looked at it too, and I was like 9 o'clock. You
9
know,
p.m.
like, and
Yeah,
everything. So that's the only thing that made me question it. So I'm glad we did what we did. So,
yeah,
but man, it was. I think it was a
yeah,
good
yeah.
good showing by the
Good.
guys.
Yeah, it was a good bounce back. Even though the starting lineup and all the everything else was Enzo Maresca bullshit again, but but they pulled it off. But speaking of Delap's goal, man, that's what true number 9 is, man. Knowing where to put your body in front of the defender and knowing how to receive the ball. That's a little things that Jackson's missing. I'm not completely saying that Delap is going to do anything great yet because I haven't seen him in the Premier League, mostly playing for Chelsea. The pressure is different than where he was at. But that was just seeing that alone, able to take that opportunity, able to place himself in a position where like the defender can't do nothing but. Basically, it's like boxing him out in basketball. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like he
remember
already did.
that's what we were
Right,
talking about when we spoke about like he gonna be like that, post
right.
up and what I'm saying, hold on the defender, get the ball, turn or
Yep,
wait for the help and everything. And that was a prime example right there, man. Just baiting in him and just taking the ball with him, leaving defender.
right.
The movement was great in the box to like psych out the goalkeeper, and it was a nice goal, man. It was good
Yeah,
to see him to score his
yep.
first goal, man.
He was calm with it. He wasn't too nervy. Obviously we seeing our
He
other
looked
number
confident.
9,
He looked
right?
confident. He looked
He looked
confident. He looked
confident,
like
right?
he looked like a number 9 should. He didn't look shaky like Jackson would. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like yeah, he probably will take the shot, but you feel like he might take an extra touch unnecessarily. You know what I'm saying? And the
Right.
lab didn't do that. He spin, put himself in a possession, and finish. No hesitation. Let me do my job. And that's
Yep.
what I want to see. That's what I want to see from a number 9. Going and
Yep.
being confident, not afraid to take a shot, whether you're gonna miss, just test the keeper. That's all I'm asking you to do. Test the keeper. Sooner or later, something is gonna go in. So
Fact.
I like to see what he did, man. So yeah,
Yep.
props.
And I like to see that he's goal hungry.
Mm-hmm.
Jackson seemed like he wanted to pass too much, bro. You're number 9. You
Yeah,
outside the box, his space. Take the shot. The
take the
ball might
shot.
bounce. Somebody might get
Exactly.
the rebound. Something's gonna happen, man. Shoot the ball, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
sometimes the hesitation, like it hurts you because
yeah,
now the more you hesitate, now your confidence is going to be like, okay, man, I didn't shoot last time. Well, let me pass, and then you're passing too much, and then you make a mistake, and then we're looking at you like, why are you passing the ball? Take a
t-
shot. Like this is
take
your
the shot.
opportunity, you know.
Yep.
So I'm hoping that the arrival of the lab is going to put a fire on him, and I think maybe that's why reason why he got that damn red card because I think he was just so fired up to try to
Try to
prove
do too
something.
much.
You know what I'm saying? Try to probably prove something, and then it kind of ended up hurting him. But
Yeah.
the competition for that spot is going to be nice to look at this season. Like you said,
Now I find it.
put them up
Right.
there together.
Yeah.
So,
You never know, but also I love the fact it's a competition.
mhm.
Every position should have a competition.
Yeah, that's a fact.
That's what Chelsea's built on. That's what all big clubs are built on. You want to look in the bench and be like, yo, if I don't be on top of my shit, there's a guy that could replace me.
Easily.
You know, that's what we did it because Jackson was too comfortable, man. He's too comfortable saying that no matter how I perform, I'm the only number 9 here. I'm the only
Yeah.
striker,
So
basically. So
yeah,
now,
exactly. Now
and you're
you
not
gotta
gonna
have the
start,
choice. You gotta show up.
and you're not gonna start the first game of the Premier League season based on your record. Now you got another record, dude. Stop.
Yeah.
We don't
So
hate you. We just dislike your performance, bro. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. I don't
This is
hate
the
the
best way
guy.
to
I
put
think
the guy.
he has had his days where he seems like he could be the guy, but then
Right.
there's other moments like this where he shows his immaturity, where he still needs to grow in the game a little more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And obviously, the whole team is young, but there's other players who are young who also have the experience because they've been places or have played in different teams and won things or whatever. But the competition is going to be incredible for that starting, man.
This is why I think the next signing should be a guy with experience. I know they're trying to go for a guy from Dortmund. Um,
Well,
um,
Gittins, right?
Gets, but he's good, but he's not consistent. And he's still young. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
man.
saying? That's like trying to blend out. That's like trying to put an oatmeal in the blender, trying to blend it without having no milk on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, you bring a bunch of young guys in. There's no balance, bro. You gotta, you gotta mix something up to make a good ass smoothie or some shit, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, that's a
Like,
fact.
now you bring another young cat in, which you haven't proven yet. Then you bring him under pressure with all this money, thinking he's just gonna prove himself overnight. Enzo is working toward there. We're seeing
Yeah,
it. Caicedo is already, you
working.
know what I mean? I
Yep.
can say Caicedo is already there. Cole Palmer being in the Premier League because Man City got something to prove because he believed that he could start at Man City. Total
Right.
different shit, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But I don't think that they should bring anybody that play up front. If that's the case, man, we got Marty Weke, we got George, we got these young already wingers is there, you know what I mean? So
Yes.
bring somebody in to balance the team, man. Somebody that could be like, yo, calm down, guys. We
Yeah.
got this. Reece James is good. I like Reece James, but I don't think he's that vocal to be like, you know what? He that doesn't make him be a bad captain, but he doesn't have to. He's not, that's not his personality,
No,
you
he
know.
doesn't seem like the John Terry
Right.
guy. It was just like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like
Exactly. Right.
get in your possession, yanking people and
Right.
put them where they need to be. So
Right.
we need
Yo.
somebody like that. It doesn't have to be somebody. Oh my God, but someone that's established that has experience that can bring a presence to the locker room. You know what I'm saying? That's like, yo, here's so and so come in and it's like, yo, I'm not here to take shit from none of you young guys. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Like, yo, we here. I'm here to win. I'm here to win. And whether I'm the captain or vice captain or whatever it is, man, I'm here for a reason. And like
Fact.
you said, we have the money for it, so it's not like we can go out and get somebody with
Right.
experience. So
That's it. When you look at when we was winning the Champions League run, do you know one of the players that we don't get a lot of credit, we don't talk about him, that was really voice, like he was really I think it was what, vice captain or voice captain, how you want to call it, was Jorginho.
yes,
Jorginho's fired, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really love his leadership. Aspen did great. You know, like, I think he did great for everything Chelsea was going through and
mm-hmm.
still remain a captain and do what he does. But his voice was being heard in the locker room. Jorginho's voice, you could tell, like, when he's there, like, you know what I mean? I don't have to be on the field, but I'm going to talk to this guy. And of
Yeah,
course, Thiago Silva, he was not the captain, but people respected him.
yeah,
Everybody respected him and what he has done in the game. Bring somebody that at least he's already been proven. I mean, it's not too washed, but he's already been proven, knowing that, yo, these boys are gonna listen to me. You know, because at the end of the day, no matter how young they are getting paid to play. So
yeah,
if
man.
you are getting paid to play, boy, you had to do your job. Nigga, do the fucking job, bro.
Yeah, that's a fact, man. That's a fact. And it'd be good to have somebody with the leadership out there. They can really, bring out that Enzo's voice out there. Maresca is like,
Right.
yeah, man. So we'll see what happens. We still have a little more room to buy players or whatever they want to do. You know how they are, man. Today they
Yeah.
ain't gonna buy nine, and tomorrow they'll be like, yo, we got 3 more players coming in. You're like, holy crap.
Yeah.
So
And moving forward, man, Benfica, man, round of 16. The pat looks so good for us so far to make it to the final, I heard. But, you
yeah, I
know,
think if
the
we
Olymp
if we beat them, we either play. I think it's Palmeiras or Botafogo. I think it's called.
yeah.
So
So,
it's
Braz-
not bad. It's not bad. It's the opportunity is there. Like I said, I think if we make it past Benfica, we should take it at least a little more serious and
yeah,
not be tweaking stuff. Just take a solid 11 and go at it.
go.
You know. And I think
Go.
we
What?
have
Let's see what happened. Yeah.
exactly. And if we lose it, I'm like, all right, fuck it, whatever. But if we gave it
Right.
all, we wasn't like, oh, Chelsea lost again because he wanted to do trickeries and they had the
Right.
opportunity to make it to the next round and they would have just tied down and actually took the game
Right.
and was like, hey, I'm gonna pick this 11. Let's go out here and do the job. So
Because right now, no matter what happened, man, every round we call, every next game is like this money coming in. You know, to
yeah, let us
balance the
make it to the
books.
next more cash.
Right. Imagine going into next season, you don't got to hear about Chelsea with no type of freaking fair play rules against us and other kind of stuff like that. We balancing the book, you know, and we got the players just focusing on just, you know, playing football instead of hearing all this other extra stuff. Because I think the
Exactly.
players, they might say that, oh, I don't pay attention to what's going on in the media.
They do.
Bro, they're also human beings, bro. You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
So,
It is like you said, it's good not to have those extra distractions. You know
right.
what I'm saying? For other people to give aim or every time they're out there in a conference. Oh, so what do you feel about the money situation? Like, dude, I don't care about that. So they ain't gonna have to hear about that anymore. They could just worry about football and football alone.
Right, man. Fact. Dope. Damn. Chelsea Football Club win this, man. But Man City looking good. This guys, I don't know. You know, they're taking this to the heart, man. They gotta, you know, and
They beat the crap out of Juventus. I
kill them.
didn't, I didn't get to see the highlights yet, but I'm like, holy crap! I saw the score. I'm like,
Yeah.
jeez. I was like, Man
Yeah.
City's serious. They're taking it. Like they taking it for real, man. Like they're not playing
Yep.
around. They're out there taking it serious, man. So they're definitely a
As it
real
should,
threat.
man. Whatever competition you're supposed like the match in front of you, that's what matters. You know what I mean? I don't want to overthink about all these things like Enzo start thinking about, oh, I'm just try to experience for the future. But bro, come on now, bro. Just focus on what's happening right now. You
Right
know,
now.
build on here, building on moving forward. You
Mm-hmm.
know.
Yep. Let's focus on the game in front of us, man. The 11 is in front of us. That's who we got to beat. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
that's all we need to focus on for the next game.
Yeah, bro, man. Saturday, man, 4 p.m., bro. Another one. Definitely. Hopefully we win. We are gonna win. It's
Yeah, man.
Benfica, Champion League beat them, Europa League finals.
Europa League final, yo.
You know, Enzo get to play against his old team. He's, you know, so it's gonna be fun. There's gonna be a lot to Benfica, though. I mean, imagine, you know, this means a lot to Benfica, you
Yeah,
know.
man.
And
This
I
is gonna
know,
be a good game. They're gonna take it
yeah,
serious. They're not gonna come here and lollygag, man.
right.
Trust me.
You know, and see the way they play against Bayern, man. It was very organized in the back line. You know, they actually give Bayern a lot of hard time, and you know, they was organized, really organized in the back line, and they beat Bayern Munich for the first time in history. So I think they feel they got the confidence,
Yeah, man.
and I just hope,
That's a fact. They're coming into the game confident, man. They really are.
yeah,
Bayern Munich,
I
like you
just
talking about, they just won the freaking Bundesliga. You know what I'm saying? So
right,
it's like
yeah,
that's a big, another big notch in their belly. They can put that, and they'll be like, oh, now we're going over here try to beat Chelsea, move on, and then they're gonna try to win it too. So I
right.
think it's gonna be a great game, man.
Because of my only issue is that I don't trust our head coach. I'm gonna have to say that Chelsea 2, Benfica 1, based on the head coach. I'm still gonna pick us to win,
Right.
and Enzo probably get the 2 assists or score a goal. I know he's playing against his club, his old club. You know what I mean? Basically, the club that. How do I put this? I don't want to say his mother club because you know I don't want to give the Benfica too much credit. You know, but hopefully you know because Enzo right now I love what he's doing. I love the way he played at number 8 role. You know what I mean? He's getting to that. Not comparing him anything like that. No, I don't want nobody
I already know.
you know what I mean to criticize me on this one. But I know I'm seeing a little bit of Frank Lampard role coming back and forth. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Continue doing that with assisting and scoring. Yeah, you know so. He's doing good. Hopefully he get the great game and be the man of the match. You know, I'll be very happy for him, man. Hopefully one of them goals come from Cole Palmer. You know, I want to see Palmer score a goal in the United States, man.
That'd be
You know,
nice. That'd be nice
yeah.
to see.
What
That
be your
shit.
prediction? What be your prediction of the game?
I will agree with you. I'll probably go with a 2-1 as well. You know, the organization in the back will probably is going to make it a little hard for us to break them down. But I think using the lap as muscle will maybe help us break it down. Like you said, Enzo's vision right now has been incredible. You know, and I think I would like to see also a Cole Palmer goal, man. That would be nice to see that. But I think I will say 2-1. Enzo assisting in one of the goals. I'll probably say Madueke score one just because he's been playing good too. I think he's been getting a lot of crap lately too. But yeah, man, 2-1 for sure. I think we taking the game, man. We taking it.
Gotcha. Yeah. Let's go, Chelsea, man. We here, man. Don't I don't want to think no negative today, man. I just want to, focus on just moving to the next round because
that's a fact. I hear you, man.
It's crazy how we always focus on the result of the game, but we also thinking about the more we went deep, the more money we bring in to get this ass fair play bullshit out of finance balance in the book kind of stuff out of the way,
That's a fact.
Dude, man, appreciate you for being here again, man.
Come on, man. It's always a pleasure to be here, man. I love
See what we do, man. Great things are coming, bro.
Man, great things are coming. I can't wait to see what the future brings, man.
Hell yeah, man. The experience of that fucking Flamengo game is still in my mind. Like,
yeah, man, I'm still thinking about it, man. I was looking at pictures the other day again, and I'm like, man, what an experience, man. Looking around in the picture, I took like a horizontal, like big picture, and it's just like red and black with the smoke in the back. I'm like, yo,
that's fire.
They made the game so much fun, man. So much fun. Like, so much fun. The experience was incredible, man.
Right. Sure. That's dope. That's dope, man. And then the picture sent you with us and the Flamengo fan. We don't even know this guy.
I
just saw us. He just like,
yeah. He's like, I want to take a picture with his Chelsea fans. I'm like, all right. That's fine.
Let's go. Why not? Join in, Yeah,
That's a
bro, man.
fact.
Appreciate you for being here, man. Thanks for watching Bala Sport, man. Please subscribe and press the like button so we could go on and continue doing what we do, man.
That's a
Chelsea for
fact.
life, man. Best team in
Fact.
London. London is always blue. So don't listen to what anybody else got to say, especially not these shit ass Arsenal fans. Y'all know who you are.
Yeah, you
All
know
right,
where they
brother.
are.